You're gonna ride on there? You're nuts.
You want your totem to fall?
No, but can't you hold on to something else?
Here's your totem. We need to get that. He's probably going to lower me down.
Okay.
With Compton, I'm going to ride about 3 feet off the ground.
I'm aware and it makes me nervous.
Alright, I'm ready. I have the power of the totem pole, technically. I believe there's actually two. Yeah?
We promised to bring you on this journey, so here we go. Here comes the deck. They just picked it up, put it on the tractor, and wheeled it right around the yard, and now they're gonna load it on a trailer. I would have never thought to load it on the trailer in the mannerism that they came up with, but you know them, they always have a plan. Precision. Flip it the other way and load it. I'd have never thought of that. They stick it right on there, push it up there next to the wire, turn around, they go get the other deck, push it up there as well. We kind of look like the Clampetts, but we hauled a ton of stuff. And we are in the process of building the forms to pour the concrete pad for the tiny house. And we knew it was going to be heavy. Yeah, it was two of us, and we were going to move this whole thing. He had a plan. You know he always has a plan. This one is just wild to me. One of my best memories so far of moving to Oklahoma.
Well, we got it.
We do.
Okay, I want to try and get it over there.
All right.
And we knew we were going to have to figure out how to brace it just a little more pretty quickly because you could hear it start to crack. So you know him, he had another plan. We actually stopped, set it down, and he went and got some more braces.
That's better. Okay, ready?
And off we go. Yeah, we moved that all the way over to where the tiny house pad was. One of the wildest things I'm quite sure I've ever done. That piece is 12.5 foot by 42 feet. Yep, and we just moved it right across the property with an excavator. He is something else, I'm gonna tell you guys. After we got it over there, we undid the middle of it. We moved it into place. You can see the stakes in the corner. That was exactly where it needed to go. And once again, he used the excavator to put it in place. moving it around just nice and gently. You can see us going back through and bracing it up, adding a little bit more to the side to making sure it was good and level, because that's one of the huge things when you pour concrete and you're going to set a tiny house on it. You definitely want to make sure that it is level. There's nothing worse than a sink that doesn't drain properly, and I don't like that, and he knows that, and so he makes things exactly like it needs to be. And we worked hard this day. It was really, really hot, but we absolutely did this ourselves.
Quick video before we leave today. Yes, we have a form to welcome our nice tiny host from Colorado to the property here. It's gonna have a beautiful backyard. Yeah, we'll get these trenches filled at some point. But they're coming to do the concrete this week, so we want to keep you guys up to date. Get the rock. Somebody's really tired today. It's like 100 degrees out here. We have been through a lot of weather today, so stay tuned. More to come. Well, here you go. We have the first RV pad all framed up and ready to pour. They'll be here in about an hour or so to get us started with the concrete. So you can see, looks like they got everything in here they need. Maybe a little more backfill around the corners. Pretty exciting. Stay tuned. Today we start. Thank you guys for the concrete. Appreciate it. I'm sure we'll be needing more.
And they have begun. And here it comes. Lots of concrete. You can see Sean, he is filling in around the bottom of the form over here, just to make sure that we don't get anything that seeps out the bottom right here. So he's just making sure. He goes along there and he makes sure it's all covered just nice and neat like it needs to be. Those guys did a great job today, and we were really thankful because it was super hot. This is the hottest day of the year in Oklahoma, and we decided to pour concrete. That's some luck now. But it happened, and oh, are we so happy. You can also see there's a bigger, deeper groove on the right side and on the left side. That's because he wanted it extra deep right there, because that's also where the frame rails of the tiny house are going to sit. Making sure that structurally it stays in place and the concrete can hold the house. You can also see them working it into the corners really good. You want to make sure that you don't have any gaps in there, and they were really good walking around in there like that. It's kind of like vibrating it in a little bit, but you can see them making sure that it gets good around that is the sewer over there on the left that you can see, and the water comes up over there as well. You can see the bracing on this side. You can see them working it in again. This was the first truck, and the first truck got about 2/3 of it complete, and then we waited for the next truck to show up. Looks good though.
That looks nice.
Second truck shows up, and they are going to finish this pad out, and then they're going to skip over and do that RV pad that I showed you in the very beginning. That will be where we take the spider trailer. and it will have its home right there. And we're kind of excited because Mr. Garrett's going to stay in that forest as well. Guess what we're going to do next? And it turned out great. We let it set for a couple of days. Then we came back in. And as I said earlier, he is fixing to cover up all of the water and the electric coming in. And you can see him doing his little thing with the skid loader again. He's pretty good on the skid loader, you guys. I'm not going to lie. He can make things look really easy. I tried that. It's not near that simple, just so y'all know. And you're right, we gotta have some way to get that tiny house onto that nice, beautiful pad. And that's what he's doing. He is adding the rock to the edge here so that it can have basically an entrance. And then after the tiny house gets in there, that's actually gonna be kind of like a carport area until we get the new roof and the porches on. So it's also nice to have a place to park your car and the truck. But you can see him. He takes it right over there. I don't know how he knows exactly how much to put, how he knows exactly how to move it around, but he does. You can see he's making an area for the porch area in the front. He's also making sure that it is nice and packed right up against the concrete. Just keeps a nice, clean job site as well. And he just motors around. Of course, I might have sped this up a little bit. But as you can see, he just dumps it out a little bit, dumps it out a little bit. It is not that easy, you guys. Pulls it out, makes it nice and level. Just like that. And we have an entrance.
Been a long weekend. We're not quite done, but we got a ton done. As you can see, we have a pad for the tiny house. So we haven't really talked much about what we're going to do with the tiny house, but the tiny house comes right up here on this slab, just like so. And the tiny house is going to lose all of its wheels and axles, and it's going to become a regular house. We're kind of excited. And then we're going to put a deck off of the back here, enclosed porch, so that we can sit out and enjoy this beautiful weather. But you saw him working earlier. He got all of that rock distributed where it needed to be. And you can see this in the front. This house sits up to get it level. The ground doesn't look like it's sloped that much, but it really does slope a lot. So we actually got it nice and level here. Probably wondering what's gonna go here. There's gonna be a porch, a 6-foot porch that goes the length of the house. And the top of the tiny house is gonna get a new roof. And the new roof will enclose the old roof. And then it will go off the back and it will enclose the screened in back porch as well. So a few more square feet to live in. But as you can see, we have gotten a lot done. Got the concrete poured. Wednesday was the hottest day of the year here. But we're pretty excited. We love our trees. And he also filled in where the water and the electrical came across, since we are now stubbed up and ready to go. Still have to put the sewer in. You can see the big spool of conduit over there. On the other side of that, there's a big massive hole that we have dug for the septic system. And you're wondering, why do I leave these Johnson grass in the middle? Just because I thought it was kind of pretty and I decided to leave it. So we've planted about, I think there is 80 different things. I think there's 36 trees along there. So getting excited, planted some pampas grass. The one thing that we have learned from this piece of property is it is completely full of rocks. So it looks like nice grass now, but yeah, it is really rocky. So we have to contend with rocks every time we go to dig up anything. So, the big tree at the corner. And you can see all the kind of our mess. Lawnmowers. Somebody's tired. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bitty update. It's been quite the week here. We head back to Colorado in a couple of days. Maybe one more update tomorrow before we actually leave. We're hoping to get some water line in tomorrow and maybe some sewer pipe in as well. Then it's back to Colorado to finish the other tiny house. And then we're gonna move ours. And I'm scared to death, just so you guys know. So follow along, we'll keep you updated. This one's gonna be wild. So I said I'd give you one more update. This is the front entrance. Planted their pampas grass. And I told you we had a lot of rocks. Yeah, and we have more rocks. We didn't get all of the rocks today. But as you can see, we're gonna have a rock garden. It's nice and quiet. Peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. We haven't officially got a name for this place yet, so if you all have any suggestions, we are totally open. We did get the water line in. Pretty nice, huh? So I'm sure some of you are wondering, okay, what else are we gonna do here? So the plan is, this is going to be a tiny house village. And it will start with the beginning, which is ours. And we have one other individual already slated. So when this is finished, there will be 5 tiny houses, including ours. It will also have 1 2-story house. Don't ask. We've had a request, so we're trying to accommodate the request. And we're also going to have 4 RV slots. So we have a little plan. As you can see, we found our own little piece of paradise here. So stay tuned. We will keep you updated because the next time you see us, I bet we're moving a tiny house. Stay tuned.